the laundromat, splitting quarters, sharing the last seed. A kid with paint on both his knees, passing his mom a brush he picked up off the street. The dryer kept rattling, the door got stuck. Somebody swore, then laughed it off, and it hit me standing there in line. The righteous stand because you stay close. Thank you, Jah, for the strength of the righteous. Not loud and not showy, just enough. You show up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. You keep me from slipping under. Thank you, Jah, forever, for the peace I get to keep. If the phone won't stop, let it ring. If the bills pile up, let them. I spent too long calling it luck when it was you with the light in your head. So leave the porch lamp on tonight. Pull my chair a little closer. One soft word, one steady touch. That's how you keep me standing. Thank you, Jah, for the strength of the righteous. Not loud and not showy, just enough. You show up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. You keep me from slipping the messages pile up, let them. If the whole week bends, I'll bend too. I don't need every answer at once, just enough to see what's true. When my own voice starts getting loud, I go back to the table, back to the door, to the small plain things that don't move around, to the line I can stand on. The truth shall stand, the truth shall stand. When the noise runs out, when the talking heads and the rumors fold, I keep my feet where the floor is sound. I keep my hands on what I can hold. One step then another, That's the cheap excuse. Past the flashing and long delay. The truth shall stand, the truth shall stand. When the noise runs out, so I stay with it all the way. Then if my mind can pull my paralysis aside, make it very my militant roots energy. She's very old, in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. Make it sound more Kingston, I'm at a reggae, more feminine. Can be any suitable key or progression dynamically with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old production, heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old, in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. I lace my shoes in the hall by the breaker box, coffee gone cold on the windowsill. The house makes its small sounds, pipes ticking, phone playing down. Do I put in the hidden of the bed at night? Has the blinking sign and the roadside eyes. I'm on the narrow road, I keep my shoulders in, and I keep going plain and thin. Oh man on the off-road, fixing a chain, oil on his thumb, laughing at the rain on the awning. Girl with a lunch pail, high-vis vest, one ear budding, waiting on the bus like she had somewhere sharp to be. A pickup stalled by the light, hood up, steam out. Two guys pushing while the driver steered and shouted. Nobody made a speech, they just leaned in and worked. That's the road I trust most. I'm on the narrow road, I keep my shoulders in, no room for the noise when the work begins. If the sky goes heavy, if the miles come slow, I trim my load down to what I know. One foot, then the other, past the bad advice, past the blinking sign and the roadside eyes. I'm on the narrow road, I keep my shoulders in, and I keep going plain and thin. If the messages stack up, let them wait. If the whole week tilts, I'll reset the gate. I used to think I had to map every turn, now I take the turn to break, so I breathe, look ahead, keep to the line. There's room enough for a steady mind. I'm on the narrow road, I keep my shoulders in. No room for the noise when the work begins. If the sky goes heavy, if the miles come slow, I trim my load down to what I know. One foot then the other, past the bad advice, past the blinking sign and the roadside ice. I'm on the narrow road, I keep my shoulders in, and I keep going plain and thin. I said the grocery make it sound more Kingston, Jayamata, reggae, more feminine in it. Can be any suitable key or progression, dynamically with the cracky vinyl feel, make it very old production. Heavy bassline, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. I said I thought I old and gas. Let the woman with 2 kids go first in line. Kid at the bus stop with a torn up bag, made room on the bench for his friend. Old man on the stoop with the busted fan said they don't own the whole damn story. No speech, no shine, no need to prove. Just people holding the line they know. Crowd going it's no Ruth energy. She's very loud and horse like seas. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky white eye, he has all I've been that sees me. So who got boxed out, who got made to leave crown? The people hard and true. I stand up straight and I carry it through. If the group chat runs hot, I don't bite. If the week comes heavy, I don't fold. I don't need the last word in the room. I need the record clean, clear, and cold. When my own mouth starts talking rough, I go back to the sink, back to the screen door, back to the names I refuse to lose, back to the crown. Oh, crown of the faithful, one plain and steady in the room, gets it very old deduction. Heavy bassline, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl. You feel like old as when the 60s. production. Heavy bassline, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. Jah is my refuge when the week gets rough. Quiet and steady, more than enough. He shows up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. He keeps me from slipping under. Jah is my refuge day by day. Oh, peace again to at the laundromat, splitting quarters, sharing the last seat. A kid with paint on both his knees, passing his mom a brush he picked up off the street. The dryer kept rattling, the door got stuck. Somebody swore, then laughed it off, and it hit me standing there in line. The righteous stand because Jah stays close. Oh, Jah is my refuge when the week gets rough. Quiet and steady, more than enough. He shows up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. He keeps me from slipping under. Jah is my refuge day by day. Oh, peace I get to keep. Peace I get to keep. If the phone won't stop, let it ring. If the bills pile up, let them. I spent too long calling it luck when it was Jah with the light in his hand. So leave the porch lamp on tonight. Pull my chair a little closer. One soft word, one steady touch. That's how Jah keeps me standing. Jah is my refuge when the week gets rough. Quiet and steady, more than enough. He shows up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. He keeps me from slipping under. Jah is my refuge that I do. Oh, peace I
Refuge my refuge when the week gets rough. Quiet and steady, more than enough. He shows up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door.
When the rent runs thin and the bills come due, he keeps me from slipping under. Jah is my refuge day by day. Oh, peace I get to keep.
Peace I get to keep. Peace I get to keep. Peace I get to keep.
They're very arctics, every baseline, militant roots energy. She's very old, in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. I like the doorstep missing without lymph with Tybury clean like a reggae sister, and she's old. Make it sound more Kingston, I'm a reggae, more feminine. I can be any suitable key or progression. Dry migratory with a cracky vinyl feel, make it very old. Production, heavy bassline, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, spill. If the week comes heavy, I'll carry what I can. I don't need every answer laid out, just a clear path under my feet. When my own mouth starts coming at me, I head back to the sink, back to the screen door, back to the small true things that hold their shape, back to Jah Love. Jah Love around me, quiet and strong when the talk gets sharp and the day runs wrong. It holds me up when I'm worn thin, keeps the bad noise from getting in. One step forward, then the next one too, through the mess, through the static, through Jah Love around me, plain and true. I keep walking in it, I keep walking through. Make the Vogues very clean like a reggae sister, and she's old. Make it sound more Kingston, the Mata reggae, more feminine can be. Any suitable key or progression, then I'll make a lead. With a cracky vinyl feel, make it very old production. Heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. Lips of voice very keen with reggae, a silver night like in the old vintage time. Make the voice very clean like a reggae sister, and she's old. Make it sound more Kingstonian, Master reggae, Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s.
militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. Let her noise created in Babylon. I stand firm, let your ropes start again. All day, still I hold on. He felt perfect for red from the store. A text from a brother, a knock at the door. When the rat runs thin and the hours were struck, I had nothing more. Story moved by a story. The peace I carry home. So an old man at the corner stopped, holding his bag with both hands tight. A girl with chalk on the backs of her jeans, handing her mom the rest of her kite string. The bus kept hissing, somebody yelled, and everybody laughed when the change came up short. And it hit me right there, waiting in line. The ones who stand firm, let Jah hold the line. Jah is my refuge in Babylon.
her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. Lion never goes, not for the bill, not for the heat. She's old and acting sweet, won't say I answer. No, you mustn't ever go, she goes. Jah my behind, more family than I can be. Suroki, I divide with a cracky vinyl feeling, make it very old production. Heavy bassline, militant roots, energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and roast, cracky vinyl, fin of air as in the 60s. And she's old, cracky vinyl, know the Carolyn, I know long borderlines. And in the forest, there's a one steady step at a time. Saw a kid on the corner, bike chain snapped right off. Grease on his hands, a scowl on his face. A woman at the bus stop, paint splattered overalls, counting out dimes for her mom, last few coins in her purse. The bus puffed black smoke, somebody cursed under breath. Then a snicker went around when the transfer machine jammed up. And it hit me right there, holding on to the pole. Whoa, the lion doesn't bow when the asphalt cracks, yeah. The lion never goes for the bill, not for the heat. When the weak won't stay on its feet. Hard roads, long shifts, still I move through. Bread on the counter, a friend on cue. A calling light, time a hand on the door. When the floor feels thin and I can't ask for more, lion never goes. I keep that line, one steady step at a time. If the phone won't stop, let it ring. If the papers stack up, let them sit. I spent too long calling it luck when it was Jah in the room all along. So leave the porch light on tonight, pull that chair in close again. One steady breath, one plain spoken word. That's how the lion stays on his feet. Not for the bill, not for the heat. But it never ends when the weak won't stay on its feet. Hard roads, long shifts, still I move. Bread on the friend on cue. Tie a hand on the door when the floor feels thin and I can't ask for more. Lion never goes. I keep that line, one steady step at a time. It's my voice very clean, like a reggae sister, and she's old. Make it sound more Kingston, J Max, a reggae, more feminine. I can be any suitable key or progression, dynamically with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old production. Heavy bassline, militant roots, energy. She's very old, in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. A laceman who's very cracky in a cowboy vibrator box, coffee gun cold on the windowsill. The house makes its small sounds, pipes ticking, phone face down. You hand me the keys like you know where the forks are kept. Says take the lane that bends by the feet store. Don't rush it, just keep the tires inside the line. I shut the door and hear the latch catch clean. Let her voice very key, add her voice very dim. Saw a man by the corner store fixing a chain, oil on his thumb, laughing at the rain. On the awning, girl with a lunch Jah love around me, quiet and strong. When the talk gets sharp and the day runs wrong, it holds me up when I'm worn thin, keeps the bad noise from getting in. One step forward, then the next one to the mess, through the static, through Jah love around me, plain and true. I keep walking in it, I keep walking through. If the group chat fills up, let it spill. If the week comes heavy, I'll carry what I can. I don't need every answer laid out, just a clear path under my feet. When my own mouth starts coming at me, I head back to the sing, back to the screen door, back to the small true things that hold their shade. Back to Jah Jah love around me, quiet and strong. When the talk gets sharp and the day runs wrong, it holds me up when I'm worn thin, keeps the bad noise from getting in. One step forward and the next one to the mess, through the static, through Jah love around me, plain and true. I keep walking through. I keep walking Let the world very clean, like a reggae, your sister and she's old. Make it sound more Kingston, Jamaica reggae, more feminine, can be any suitable key or progression dynamically, with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old production, heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old, in her 60s, her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. Let the world remind us, sit down, while your sister gold. Make it sound more Kingston, yeah, matter reggae, more feminine enough, can be any suitable key or progression dynamically, with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old production, heavy bass line, a militant roots energy. She's very old, in her 60s, her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl feel as old as in the 60s. Saw an old couple at the laundromat, splitting quarters, sharing the last seat. A kid with paint on both his knees, passing his mom a brush he picked up off the street. The dryer kept rattling, the door got stuck. Somebody swore, then laughed it off, and it hit me standing there in line. The righteous stand because Jah stays close. Jah is my refuge when the week gets rough. Quiet and steady, more than enough. He shows up in the grocery bag. A call from a friend, a hand at the door when the rent runs thin and the bills come due. He keeps me from slipping under. Jah is my refuge. progression dynamically with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old action, heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s.
Peace I get to keep.
Saw an old couple at the laundromat, splitting quarters, sharing the last seat. A kid with paint on both his knees. She picked up off the street. The dryer kept rattling, the door got stuck. Somebody swore and laughed it off, and it hit me standing there in line. The righteous stand because you stay close. Thank you, Jah. Show the strength of the righteous. Not loud, not showy, just enough. You show up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door. When the rent runs thin and the bills come due, you keep me from slipping under. Thank you, Jah, forever for the peace I get to keep. If the phone won't stop, let it ring. If the bills pile up, let them. I spent too long calling it luck when it was you with the light in your hand. So leave the porch lamp on tonight. Pull my chair a little closer. One soft word, one steady touch. That's how you keep me standing. Not loud, not showy, just enough. You show up in a grocery bag, a call from a friend, a hand at the door. When the rent runs thin and the bills come due, you keep me from slipping under. Thank you, Jah, forever for the peace I get to keep. Let the noise out, make it sound more Kingston, Jamaica, reggae, more feminine affair. Can be any suitable key or progression. Ludically with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very old production, heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. Let the noise outside please. Coffee on the burner, boots by the door. The vines I have adored, old and rusty, cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. Let the voice every day. Just people holding the line they know. Crown of the faithful, warm, plain and steady. When the room gets loud, I keep my footing ready. It lifts me up without the big parade. Keeps my hands open, keeps my words weighed. One step back and I can see who got boxed out, who got made to leave. Crown of the faithful, hard and true. I stand up straight and I carry it through. If the group chat runs hot, I don't bite. If the week comes heavy, I don't fold. I don't need the last word in the room. I need the record clean, clear and cold. When my own mouth starts talking rough, I go back to the sink, back to the screen door, back to the names I refuse to lose, back to the crown. Crown of the faithful, warm, plain and steady. Loud, I keep my footing ready. It lifts me up without the big parade. Keeps my hands open, keeps my words away. One step back and I can see who got boxed out, who got made to leave. Crown of the faithful, hard and true. I stand up straight and I carry it through. Lion never rolls, very clean like a reggae sister, and she's old. Make it sound more Kingston, Yamata reggae. More feminine can be any suitable key or progression dynamically with a cracky vinyl feel. Make it very introduction, heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old in her 60s. Her voice is for an old woman, old and rusty. Cracky vinyl, feel as old as in the 60s. Lion never burns, not for the heat, not for the sun. Extra for the corner with a dent and bite. One hand on the bar, one hand on the chain. A woman at the stop with chalk on her jeans, passing her mom the last of the change. The bus kept hissing, somebody swore, then everybody laughed when the car came back declined. And it clicked for me right there, standing in line. The lion doesn't bow when the pavement leaves. Jah is my refuge in Babylon. I stand firm in Babylon. Hard place, long days, still I hold on. He shows up in a bag from the store. A text from a brother, I knock at the door when the rent runs thin and the hours drag on. He keeps my feet on the floor. Jah is my refuge, stone by stone. The peace I carry home. If the phone won't quit, let it ring. If the papers pile up, let them write. I spent too long calling it luck when it was Jah in the room all along. So leave the porch light on tonight. Pull that chair in close again. One steady breath, one plain spoken word. That's how the lion stays on his feet. Jah is my refuge in Babylon. a screen door. Back to the names I should never forget. Back to justice. Justice shall prevail in me. Steady and plain. When the room gets loud and the lights start naming names, it pulls me up without making a show. Keeps my hands open, keeps my feet slow. One step back, then I can Make it sound more Kingston, Jamaica reggae. More feminine, oh, can be any suitable key or progression dynamically. With a cracky vinyl feel, make it very old production. Heavy bass line, militant roots energy. She's very old,